Welcome to the dopest live stream that's something like a podcast, something like a newscast, and sometimes like a showcase. Khary's crib, Khary's crib, Khary's crib, Khary's crib.
Yo, it's another news day. I feel good, I'm on top like a kufe. Sipping my coffee, shaking my head for homies acting goofy. Guess they do it for the gram or the TikTok, so who's me? Welcome to the crib, let's kick it like Bruce Lee. Part intelligent, part ratchet, that's half Neil deGrasse and half Boosie. Listen, man. Real spit, now that's lit, homie, truthfully. If you in the Tampa area, you should be down like Bruce B. We treat the pod like sex, we start slow in the full speed. Like the way we work it. 9 p.m. we going in, we podding perfect. Beez and Tati is my posse. No worries because I know my posse got me. Be careful, we might snap like paparazzi. But yo, we'll start the show and get lit like sipping hot Tati. What's good in 10 pretty people? Tuesday evening, my name is Khary. This is my crib. And I invite you into my home for another evening of the dopest live stream that's something like a podcast, something like a newscast, and every now and then like a showcase. We have another dope show for you tonight. T.I. was apparently booed at his first paid comedy gig. I guess they didn't find him and his vocabulary funny. 6ix9ine tried to come back outside. He dropped the video and the goons reacted. Police are doing some shady things to try to prevent you from posting their activities. Cam Newton has some comments on women and a bunch more. I'm joined by the homie Beez, Buddha, the beautiful Tati. What's up to all my house guests in the chat? Everybody watching, podcast listeners listening. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you're not already. Share this with your peoples. We are going to have some fun tonight. Phone lines are open. Area code 813-559-3339. Hit us up. Let us know your thoughts. Jump in the chat. Drop a comment. How's everybody doing? What's going on, Beez? What's going on, Tati? How y'all feeling tonight? How y'all feeling?
Ain't much. I'm taking it easy, brother.
Same old, same old.
Relaxing,
cool out weekend.
I'm feeling good. How y'all doing?
I'm feeling good. I can't be mad about the week so far. What's up to all the house guests in the chat? What up, Wayne? What up, Jeffro Money? What up, Sean? Quasi? What's up? How's everybody doing, man? This is just a couple of people I see over here in the chat and shit, man. We're gonna have some fun tonight. We're gonna get into some shit, get into some things. You know, it's gonna be a interesting show, I think. Interesting show. I tried to order some food earlier, but it just got here. So I'm probably gonna be breaking one of my rules of no eating on the stream tonight. I'm gonna try to do it kind of low key though. I'm kind of trying to do it low key. What's that? I had a burger. I had a black and blue burger. Thank you.
What is a black and blue burger?
What's that? What was that, Beez?
What's the black and blue burger? What's a black and blue burger?
Well, this black and blue burger got like black and blue cheese on it. Blue cheese on it. It got like some apple. I never actually heard of bacon jam. It's not apple. It's like bacon. Applewood smoked bacon jam. I don't know what. Jam. Yeah. I don't know what it is. Never heard of it before.
You're in for a treat. That's some good stuff.
You know what? Yeah. This weekend I had some weird stuff this weekend as well. Stopped over in where was we at? St. Pete. We was in St. Pete.
Uh-huh.
And we stopped at this chicken place called Nash's Hot Nash Chicken or some shit like that, right? Something with some chicken.
Uh-huh.
But I ordered a chicken sandwich, and the chicken sandwich had cream cheese on it, strawberry jam. And what else? What else was on that damn sandwich? Do you remember what else was on it? Let me see. I tweeted about it.
It was cream cheese, strawberry jam, and
bacon?
Bacon and chicken.
Yeah.
On potato bread.
Yeah, that was a weird cheese topping for me. Cream cheese.
Oh, sounds interesting.
You know, I thought it sounded like everybody that I know from New York, they always talk about the little sandwiches at the bodega. They get like bacon, egg, and cheese with strawberry jam. I've heard people put like
bacon, egg, and
cream
cheese with butter and jelly.
Yeah, with cream cheese and shit. So I thought that was a New York thing, but I guess not.
Nah.
I guess
that's some shit that people that wasn't born and raised in New York brought to New York and tried to make it a thing. Nah, baby. Nah, baby. And I've been to Florida for damn near 20 years, but I know that ain't no New York shit. I'll tell you that shit right now.
Nah. You was better off saying salmon and cream cheese or something on a bacon.
No, that's nasty as hell. Yeah. I mean, I know like the smoked salmon, but like I'm good on that. I'm cool with a
I was about to
cute
say,
little...
'cause y'all got a lot of y'all have a big Jewish community out there in Florida too.
Yeah, I think that's more down in Miami though. I'm not sure how that is in Tampa.
Okay.
I'm not sure how that is in Tampa, honestly.
What?
The Jewish community. I'm not sure if it's really it's not as big out in this part of Florida, Tampa.
Gotcha.
Let's see. Wayne said, "Yo, what the sandwich tastes like?" It didn't taste as good as I thought it would taste. I thought it would be really flavorful. For as much flavor that was supposed to be on that sandwich, it was pretty damn bland. I'll tell you that.
I tell you what, that chicken was bland as hell. Everything was bland. I think my sandwich had mac and cheese, baked beans, and chicken, the fried chicken. When I tell you my sandwich didn't taste like
who
shit.
Put these things mac and cheese with mac and cheese?
It didn't taste
baked
like
beans.
shit. But see, okay, so
Wait,
the only
mac
reason
and cheese and baked beans.
The only reason I got that is because, you know, if you ever been to a barbecue, you know, when your baked beans touch the mac and cheese, it's a vibe. So I'm like, okay. So
somebody thought it would taste good.
On a sandwich, okay, cool. Okay. But that would have required me to, you know what the mac and cheese and the baked beans taste like. They didn't taste like shit. And I'm glad I didn't get the collard greens because I looked around and I saw the people in the restaurant and I saw the vibe in the restaurant. Nah, I'm not ordering no collard greens from here.
Oh.
Nah. They ain't have somebody grandma in the kitchen cooking them. Greens, huh? Yeah,
Sarah was in the collard greens.
Hey, Nashville's hot chicken was not
You know what that mean, right?
Look. You know what that mean, Beez?
Them collard greens is probably not washed.
Beez, it wasn't this right here. It was this right here. Yeah, I'm not ordering no greens from them.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Nah, I feel you.
I'll tell you what. I just took my first bite of this burger. And that shit was tasty. That shit was tasty.
I told you that place was good.
But you know what? I wanted to jump on this real quick because this is a this is gonna sound bad funny once you realize what I'm talking about. This is kind of like a hometown hero if you're from the Bronx. You know, I'm from the Bronx, and this is. I didn't really want to make this a topic. I just wanted to talk about this real quick. Jennifer Lopez is engaged again.
Oh yeah.
Again?
Yeah, she's engaged to Ben Affleck. Again, yeah. And I just found it interesting because she's from the Bronx. She's engaged. She's been engaged mad times. And I saw an article that was like, here goes a gallery of all of Jennifer Lopez's engagement rings.
They wrong for that.
Which I was like, wow, that's a lot, you know? Let's see.
Not that's a lot.
How many engagements rings should a person have?
Depends on the person.
For a female, I feel like this. At least if it goes down, some females are lucky to just get one. If you're one, if you get one and you hold on to that for like 50-something years, I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm talking real shit. Now, some women have 2, some have 3, some have 4. Because somebody couldn't get it right.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Jennifer Lopez has 7. She got 7. She got more rings than Jordan.
Yo, and the sad thing is, technically she got 6, but she got 2 from the same nigga.
Yes. No, I would say yes. She got 2 from the same dude.
She still got
but
7.
She got 7 because this is their second time round. What's that song?
You gave her a whole new one.
What's that song? Fat Joe, second time around or some shit like that. I don't know. But
Shalimar,
it's a brand new ring.
Around.
I will say
these are brand new payments.
I don't think
there's
a certain amount of time.
No payments. Now we're Aflax.
I don't think there's a certain amount of rings a woman should have. I think it just depends. 7 is a lot, though. But then again, like, think about how excited.
She out here tricking niggas. I'm sorry.
Some men like just propose, like just some people just propose quick. And I imagine being rich, it's some quick, because they can get married at any time.
Now, if somebody, I'm just thinking about like men right now, like if they go to like propose to a woman that they know it has been proposed to 6 times, every dude tried to level up on the previous ring, I bet.
I'm pretty sure.
Because this ring Ben fucking bought, they say it's like an 8.5 carat square green diamond. Worth between $5 and $10 million for a fucking ring. To have that type of money to blow on a ring. Goodness gracious.
Congratulations.
Yeah, but congratulations to Jennifer Lopez, the Jenny from the block. But let's go ahead and jump into it. Because she's kind of, they sell her as being so BX, but she hasn't really been in the BX in a long time like that.
Yo, she ain't been in the BX since she got on fucking Living Color. Let's be real.
Right, and that was like the early 90s.
I just thought Jenny from the block meant
her
like
sister.
She was like the homegirl, like she from the hood and she was just cool as fuck. Like that's what I took from Jenny from the block. Like she wasn't stuck up. She was like,
her sister cooler than her. Linda LL is cooler than her. Linda.
I don't know a Linda.
Did you see that video?
She do the news in New York. Go ahead.
Let's see. There was a video I saw where this one question was being asked to these kids, these young kids. And the question that was being asked was, what does LL stand for in LL Cool J?
And they had no idea, didn't they?
And they had no idea. No idea.
What were some of the things said?
Living large. I don't even recall off the top of my head, but it was nothing on what it actually is. Do you know what the LL stands for, Tati?
Love, huh?
I don't.
Tati.
What?
You think of LL, right? You think
luscious.
Of LL Cool J and first
licking luscious.
Somebody did say luscious lips.
Luscious lips, or lick your lips, Cool J. But
luscious.
It actually stands for. You ready, Tati?
Wait. Let me take another guess.
All right.
Go ahead.
Never mind. Just tell me.
Actually,
ladies.
Wait. It's the corniest shit ever when you think about it.
It's corny? Wait, okay. So if it's corny, let me take another guess. Fuck. Damn it. Never mind. Just tell me what it is. If it's corny, Beez. I can't guess.
Ladies love Cool James.
Yeah. Now, when you think about it, you're like, that is kind of corny, huh?
I would have been more impressed with Luscious Lips.
Luscious Lips, Cool James. I thought it was funny.
You know what's so crazy?
Nobody knew who it was.
Rapper names are different, but we're not gonna get deep into that. But rapper names were different back in the days. Like your name meant something.
Right.
Now
it was
rap.
Now it's just Lil and my actual name. Though when I was making music, my shit was just underneath my actual name. So. All right, but let's jump into our first topic of the evening. Get a little serious real quick, you know. This morning, there was a panic in the Brooklyn subway when a man disguised as a MTA worker unleashed hell on a subway train during the early morning rush, injuring at least 29 people, including 10 who were shot. He set off a smoke grenade and opened fire in a subway car. And that's when things went crazy. He has not been caught. He was still, last I read, he was still on the loose. He had on a fit that kind of resembled construction workers. People were really, really panicking. Fortunately, nobody was killed, but multiple people were injured, 10 shot. Early morning rush hour.
And you know what's so crazy? This particular train station was nothing caught on tape. Any other time, shit is all caught on tape.
Right.
Doing all this shit in the train station. You know what I'm saying? This is tape. This is tape. This is tape. Because it'd be more than just the Instagram tapes and shit that you see. A lot of times it'd be they have the actual tapes. You feel what I'm saying? But this one particular station, all of a sudden, it wasn't on tape. You know what I'm saying?
And he's not talking about like cell phone video. He's talking about like surveillance videos for the cameras that they have in the station, right?
Yeah, that shit is weird to me, yo.
So yeah, like how did all of that happen? And
well, it happened inside. It happened inside of the train. One for one, and I'm not. I don't think they have cameras like that inside of the train. But none of the exterior cameras caught anything. The only videos that I saw was from people taking videos from their cell phones, and you just saw people. You saw the train pull into the station, the doors open, and smoke come out. People run out. They actually said they found an undetonated weapon. They didn't say exactly whether it was like a bomb or anything like that, but they said it was an undetonated weapon, which kind of suggested it was some type of explosive device. So they said they found a Glock and 2 extended clips on the scene. The Glock had jammed, so that's why more havoc wasn't unleashed. It was because the Glock jammed, malfunctioned, he dropped it, ran, and they're still looking for this individual.
That's insane.
I actually work with a few people. Some people on my team directly live in Brooklyn, and they kind of told me about this morning, said they felt kind of uneasy, felt real nervous about it because this is a train line they actually take on a daily basis to the office.
Oh, wow.
You know, a lot of people I work with actually work down in Manhattan, live in Brooklyn, so they take this commute, and that's a common route. I believe it was like the R or something like that.
Were any of them affected or no?
Not that I know of directly.
Craziest shit happens on them letters, man.
But emotionally,
craziest shit happens on them letter trains. The number trains, it be some wild shit, but it don't be that crazy. But them letter trains, New York, the letter trains, this just be dangerous, bro. The A to C, the D is kind of cool, you know, because it go to a certain neighborhood. But you know, like other shits, the M and the fucking Q and all that shit, man.
Now, and the reason why some of those are is because one, the neighborhoods they reach, and two, the financial neighborhoods they reach. You know, so you got a lot of people that's working in money areas that take these trains, you know, live in areas outside of Manhattan, like Queens, Brooklyn, and people be lurking. You know, people be lurking.
A bomb? It's wild.
When people try to you see these movies and even the real life shit like 9/11. They targeted the World Trade Center because of financial reasons. The first time they did it back in like 93 as well, and it was financial reasons. Whenever some type of thing is attacked, they don't want to just cause havoc and cause terror in people. They also want to affect finances, and they believe, hey, if we fuck up these finances, shit could also go wrong. So
that is true.
And a lot of people don't pay attention to shit unless it's near the money. Like if that would have happened in the Bronx, and like Jerome Avenue, but it's been bigger story. Maybe because a bomb was involved and it was just a random shooting, but you know, shit happens on the subway all the time. But you don't hear it unless it affects a rich area.
Bronx wise, you know where if it had happened there, it would have been problems. If it happened by Yankee Stadium.
Yeah. Because that's a tourist area.
That would have been a problem.
That's a money area.
But if it happened at Middletown
Road,
I doubt it.
Yeah, nobody.
I doubt it.
Like they wouldn't care.
Right. It would be just some random shit that happened. It wouldn't be like, oh, this might be something serious. We got to get the feds and everybody involved. You know, they would be like, oh, just call the 45th precinct or whatever.
Right. That's crazy, man.
Yeah, but prayers up to those that are affected. I hope you have a speedy recovery. I hope you're doing well. I hope nobody is affected long term by anything that happened to this. People, you know what? Even people that weren't affected by this directly, like being injured, people that wasn't even on the scene, they kind of suffer some mental trauma from this because they could have been there.
I bet.
You know, like, you know what? That happened 5 minutes after I left that area. Or, damn, if I would have left my house 5 minutes sooner, I would have been there.
Right.
Shit like that, you know? Shit like that can happen all the time. Because I remember 9/11.
Yeah.
I've heard planes flying above my head my whole entire life.
Right.
A couple days after 9/11, I'm like, yo, these planes is flying a little low. What's going on? You know? And that was trauma. Like, yo, planes just crash in the building. That shit can happen anywhere at any time. That's trauma. You know? And people deal with this. Now people tomorrow gonna go to work a little on edge.
Right. Just get in there.
And some people are gonna be on edge for a little while. Some people are gonna be on edge for a longer. Some people won't be able to get off that edge.
Uber stocks just went up in New York City.
Anxiety is a mug.
Yeah, you're right.
A lot of people want to start taking Ubers.
Yeah,
and taking cabs to work.
I don't know.
In New York?
I don't know. That's just gonna cause. That's just gonna be crazy. Yo,
in New York with the traffic.
I tell you what, I was
taking an Uber.
I was in New York back in January. I took an Uber from my mom's crib to Classy Point, where the ferry is. That was damn near almost a $50, $60 ride, yo. This was 20 minutes. This was a 20-minute drive in the morning. You know? I was like, yo, I ain't gonna be going to the office like that.
I can't.
That was crazy.
They better get what they can get out of me today,
huh? Let's see. But nah, the traumatic portion of this and how people deal with this and get over it. this shit fuck Uber. This might get some therapist pockets jumping.
Me too.
You know, people going therapy talking about this and trying to figure out how to work through this. People that have that option and have that luxury. You know, because as much as it should be some shit that's covered by basic insurance, it really isn't. You know, you got to have some really good insurance to have your therapy covered, but I think we all could use it sometimes, especially in traumatic instances. When in our lives, we probably all run through a lot of traumatic instances and don't even really recognize it until like maybe later on in life. I know I have.
That's definitely fact.
That burger is good, y'all, too. But let's move on. Can 6ix9ine come back outside? And I asked this question because a video dropped over the weekend of 6ix9ine doing some music. I really didn't pay attention to the music. I'm not really fucking with him. But after he dropped the video, the following day I saw some video and some pictures of the building that he actually filmed this video at. They done ripped off. You know how buildings have like 122 such and such streets, like the letters like plastered on the front of the building and shit, Beez. They ripped them fucking letters off. They spray painted on that shit, Rat Central. Yeah. I was like, yo, these dudes ain't playing out here. They don't want this dude around. But then I saw a video that I was like, yo, I think I want to play this. I want to show people the 6ix9ine video. But this video is a video. Somebody did an overdub of his shit.
Khary, with no visual, this sounds crazy.
He was actually rapping. He was actually rapping, right? And
man,
somebody did the wild overdub. Somebody did the wild overdub of his shit.
People chat. People mad.
So, but this building in this video is actually where that was vandalized. It was actually vandalized by some people that was like, you know what, we don't fuck with this dude, and we're not gonna stand for this. So let's go destroy the area he was at to show him don't come back, little neck.
Y'all should have been canceled this nigga. I don't want to hear nothing about it now. I don't pay him no attention. Like him and his rainbow lace wigs. I just don't even.
Now, are you jealous his lace fronts are more money than yours? I'm not saying you wear lace fronts. I'm just saying.
No, I'm not. But
just make it
to think that like people would hype up or do hype up, you know.
Wait. That's not the nigga head?
My bad.
Say what now, Beez?
That's not the nigga head?
No. You know what's crazy, Beez? I found this out probably like a few months ago. That he paid
I was 2 minutes years old.
Wigs.
Today when I learned that.
These are wigs. This is not his hair. I didn't know either until recently. Man. Like that's crazy as fuck. Like you going to get 40-inch wigs and then get them customized with the rainbow. And you actually are out here wearing a lace front. And y'all think this man is a gangster? Mm-hmm. A gangster? You heard me? A gangster? Yeah. Not a gangster.
Yo, listen.
And he snitched, I guess. You know, like, I'm tired of talking about him. I don't even know why y'all kept listening to him.
What you mean you guess? What you mean you guess? You ain't guessing. He snitched. It ain't a guess. He snitched. You don't gotta guess that.
Who let him on the streets anyway? With a rainbow wig on?
I don't know, but they said he's running out of money. That's why he's trying to come back out now. You know, he's running out of money. He ain't got the security like he used to have. So,
oh no,
I'm not sure how he gonna be moving like
It's
he
only
was
a matter
moving.
of time.
that's
It's only a
wild.
matter of time. You got to move somewhere where they just like where he once he takes the lace front off, because I'm so fucking amazed. Once he take the lace front off, he'd be good. He better start pawning shit.
Shut
But a lot of that.
Let's see.
But you know what's so crazy? Today's rappers gold ain't the same price as yesterday's rappers gold.
Man.
He ain't gonna get that money back. He ain't gonna get money back the way he think. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That shit today, that shit be light and what you call like niggas be spending like 15,000 on some shit that's like light as a fucking feather. And then expect that like when times get hard that's gonna help them. No.
Let me see if I can find
Because
some footage.
I got the Bossy Alago chain. Nigga, who give a fuck about that shit, yo? I got the Rico Cuban from fucking
not the Rubens Cuban.
From Pedro and them down the block, yo.
Not the Rubens Cuban from Pedro.
Let me see.
And my
not
shit
Khary asking me if I'm jealous that this man's wig is more expensive than mine. What the fuck?
No, I can't. She came back to that.
What the hell?
It's comedy. All right, check it out.
He's buying top shelf like a stripper. Oh, that's what's going on.
So 6ix9ine. This is what some of the spot looking like. Let's see. Here we go.
I think so too, Sean.
This is what they did to it.
He got Secret Service type security. He
like
got different security.
This is what they did. Yeah, they ripped the whole shit down. See that shit?
But why are y'all vandalizing other people's shit? Because somebody was standing in front of it.
Nah, he letting niggas. That's different. It's a little different. It's like I'm sending a message because I don't know where you at right now, but you was here. So this ain't the place for you to come back.
Mm-hmm.
That's wild.
Principle.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's like, yo, this chick, with this shit the other day, she basically put a post up that said, "I want the fire and the smoke. I'm here." You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that is basically like, yo, whoever did that is like, I want the fire and the smoke. 6ix9ine, don't come back here.
Mm.
Right.
However you got here and you did this, it was some slick shit. All right, boom. I give you that.
Yeah,
you know how
pulled up real quick, did his thing, 5 minutes, real quick, one take, let's get up out of here.
Yeah.
That's real scary. Like, why you ain't just stay your ass in the house and film this shit?
Cause he want to make it look like he ain't scared. But that nigga, I bet you that nigga was
whole
not
time
there.
He was there for 5 minutes.
He was not there more than 5 or 10 minutes.
Terrible.
Tati, he want to make it look like I'm outside. I'm outside. You know what I mean? I'm outside.
You outside, then you went inside.
But he drove around and said, let me find a spot that nobody's at right now. Let me go film something real quick. And by the time the word gets out that I'm out of here, we gonna be gone.
You know what? You sure don't see him like in the media, like, oh, we saw 6ix9ine here, we saw him there. You don't see him in the media.
Because he's losing money.
He ain't got the bread for the security like that. I think this is only maybe like the second time in like the last year he might have posted some shit or something.
That's all of the. That's because all of the flexing he was doing earlier this year.
Yeah.
Or last year.
He ain't got the money to pay security to risk their life. He got a target on him.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to stay on this dude too long, man. Pause. But
no more. Let's get off him.
Yeah, let's get off this topic. All right. So for my next topic, what I got going on over here? Let's see. For my next topic, can you be a bad bitch and a good woman? Now, what brought this topic up was Cam Newton had made some comments about what a good woman is, what a bad bitch is. His example growing up, he said he was in a 3-parent household, which included his mother, his father, and his grandmother. And you know what? I'm gonna play his comments so y'all can hear them. And We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. Let's see.
Be like, bro, I'm gutter.
Can you hear this?
Man, I had a perfect example of what a man was in my life by my father. My parents has been together for 36, 37 years now, and it's a beautiful thing. I grew up in a 3-parent household, my mom, my father, and my grandmother. And I knew what a woman was, not a bad bitch.
Okay, what's the difference?
A woman.
Okay.
A bad bitch is a person who's just, you know, girl, I'm a bad bitch. You know, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I look the part, but I don't act the part.
Okay.
You know, and it's a lot of women who are bad bitches. And I say bitches in a way, not to degrade a woman, but just to go off the aesthetic of what they deem is a boss chick. Now, a woman for me is handling your own, but knowing how to cater to a man's needs, right? And I think a lot of times when you get that aesthetic of like, I'm a boss bitch, like I'm a this, I'm a that, no, baby, like, but you can't cook.
Okay.
You don't know when to be quiet. You don't know how to allow a man to lead.
Now, a lot of women, now the kickback of that is be quiet. I'm gonna be quiet for the man to handle his business. You know, that's what they say.
What y'all think of his statements? Do you agree with his definition of what a bad bitch versus a good woman is?
Nah, I don't.
You don't? What don't you agree with?
One, okay, I got a few points. Cam Newton is the one that wears the skirts, right?
I don't know. He dresses a little flamboyant sometimes.
I think that's Russell.
Yeah, Russell Wilson wore the skirt. But I think...
he wore the onesie. Cam Newton, the nigga that wore the onesie in the next star.
Yeah. He got a scarf around his neck in his video too, actually.
Okay. Nah, I just wanted to be funny.
Nah, not like that. Not like that. Like,
I just wanted to be funny. But, okay, so I feel like, I think everybody has different ideas of what a good woman is, what a bad bitch is. I personally feel like you can be both. I don't really agree. I don't know. I'm with him, but then I feel like this is just his point of view. You know? I'm with him. Like, I feel like I grew up in a household where, you know, I do take certain things from what I saw with my parents. My parents have been married damn near my whole life, you know? So I feel like I take things from them, and that's how I view a man. That's how I view, you know, the way I'm supposed to be treated by a man, you know? So I feel like he just saw that in his household growing up with his mom and his grandmother, and that's his idea of what a good woman is, you know?
Okay.
So I don't knock him for how he feels. I'm with him on that. Do I personally, I think that you can be both.
Think you can be both?
I don't always think one is the other, but I do think that you can be both. Yeah.
How about you, Beez?
This is when you look at the question though, it's like, what do you consider a bad bitch? You consider a bad bitch a cute face, big titties, a nice ass, and you know what I'm saying? She can get around. Like, I mean, and I don't mean like nasty wise. I mean like she's places. So she, like he said, she looks the part. Or as a bad bitch, she look okay, but she handle her business. Like, and it's two different are handling your business. Because some chicks, they be like, a dude will be like, oh, she a bad bitch. Now, but you taking care of her.
Now, I don't think for the term bad bitch, I don't think it really has much to do with her being pretty or not. I think there's a lot of pretty women that think they're bad bitches, but they're not because they don't have their shit together. I don't think one can claim to be a bad bitch without having their shit together, for one. But And when I say shit together, it's like whenever a motherfucker feels like is their position to be at in life or whatever. You know, I think once they get to that position or that level where they're at, that's when they kind of feel like they're on that level. Or I forget what my point was going to be though. I kind of think they're like two opposite sides of the spectrum, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But they're both women at the top of their level. They're at their top or whatever, you know? In their own category. And I don't know. I think you can be both a bad bitch and a good woman. I don't think a woman would fill that role at the same exact time, both at the same exact time, you know? Like, I don't think she's a bad bitch and a good woman at the same time. I think they're two totally different, what's the word I'm looking for? Positions in life. You know? In my opinion.
I think it's definitely a perspective thing. Because I even think women's definition of a bad bitch and a man's definition of a bad bitch is two different things as well. I think what makes a woman feel like, oh, I'm a bad bitch is a way different, you know?
Well, actually,
definition than what a man would feel like he would see a woman and be like, okay, she's a bad bitch. Or
in regards to the whole definition of it, I think the men interpret it how they interpret it because it's a definition that I think was invented by women. That's who I've heard use that term the most, you know? And I think that's who I first heard use the term a bad bitch and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But what I'm saying is some of the things that make some women feel like a bad bitch.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason a man would be feeling like a woman, like you look around you and you feel like, okay, you would classify her as a bad bitch. Those are two different things, is what I'm saying. You know?
I think with what Cam Newton, his interpolation of it is in regards to tradition.
I get that, but you're talking about our perspective. So what I'm saying is like,
and I was going to get into that, and I was going to say, talking about tradition, and I think, and I would agree with him in this regards to where a bad bitch isn't necessarily a bad woman or a woman that doesn't have morals or isn't necessarily a good woman, but I kind of feel like a bad bitch is kind of more, I might want a traditional man, but I don't need to be the traditional woman, if that makes any sense. You know?
I got you.
It's like, I want to be this bad bitch, but I want a traditional man where I don't necessarily have to be the traditional woman in the relationship as well. She's like, she wants to redefine what traditional is, but still wants the man to keep the old definition of tradition. But that's just...
I think that's a reach. I definitely get where you're going, but I think that's a reach. I feel like, again, the same thing that would make me feel like, okay, I'm a bad bitch. That's empowerment to myself regarding like wherever it is that I feel like I'm excelling in life, right?
Mm-hmm.
But again, as a man, looking at women and classifying them as a bad bitch or as a good woman, I do think that he was getting at tradition.
Mm-hmm.
But again, like, I don't know. I think you can be both. I definitely think you can be both. I don't see anything wrong with being both. I don't see anything wrong with empowering yourself, reaching your goals, but also still having moral standards, etc.
Right. Yeah.
I definitely think that you can be both. I think that when it comes to perspective wise, what other people see, so how he's judging it is from his perspective and what he saw growing up. My mother was here to do X, Y, and Z. And this is what I expect my woman to do. But when I go out, I see women that are doing, you know, they are successful or they are whatever, they look good, whatever you classify as a bad bitch. But that's not who I see. And that's where I feel like where your theory came in as far as, okay, well, they, you know, I just think like it's a perspective thing. I think he's looking more so for a woman that's like his mother, that's like his grandmother, and that's cool. But I personally think that, yes, you can be a bad bitch. Yes, you can be a bad bitch and a good woman. I think so. I don't think all bad bitches are not like there's no longevity. Like I don't understand why you wouldn't be able to be both.
I would say because they're in 2 points of life, in my opinion, and speaking from the perspective of just if we're gonna make the definition of a bad bitch and a good woman, just the basic of a bad bitch would be a woman of the new generation, where a good woman would be the quote unquote traditional woman that people read about or you saw on TV growing up type of shit, you know? The typical quote unquote woman that's taking care of her man and family at home type of shit. You know, and so I would just kind of just like just that's how I think I would kind of define the two.
So I'm saying like that just sounds like if I'm not a traditional like woman, I can't be a good woman because now I'm a bad bitch because it's not traditional. I can't be a good woman. So that's almost the other end of it. Like, okay, so if I am a woman that goes out of the norm and I'm not always home to do X, Y, and Z, and now we have different roles, right? Now I can't be a good woman because I'm not at home taking care of the kids, working a traditional job, taking care of the family, cooking dinner every night.
Yeah, I don't think they would fit the title. The titles would be. I would. It's not. No, it's not saying. So the title wait, let me finish. Let me finish. The title "good woman" is it's not saying that if you're not a quote unquote good woman that you're just a bad woman. No, it's not saying. I'm just saying good woman as in that's the societal title of a traditional woman in nowadays sense. And if you're not that quote unquote good woman, you're just not to those traditional standards. You're not doing the traditional standards that people that want traditional and traditionals being that old school way of thinking of a woman should be doing this and that type of thing. And that's I'm not saying a person is a bad person or person.
I know you're not saying that, but good woman sounds like just what it is. Are you a good woman? Or do you have morals? Do you take care of your business? Do you X, Y, and Z? A good woman means good woman. I get the traditional thing, but a good woman sounds like exactly what it sounds like. Are you a good woman? So because I'm not taking on these roles like a traditional woman, good woman and traditional woman mean two different things. I get that this is the way that you're looking at it, but good woman means, you know what I'm saying? Do you take care of your business? Where are your morals at? Where your head at? That means that equals to good woman to me. So that's how I'm looking at it. Like, yeah, I definitely believe you can be a bad bitch and a good woman.
I would look at it
to be a traditional.
I would look at. I'm sorry to cut you off. I would look at it as men are looking to marry good women, not bad bitches. That's how I would look at it. If I had to just break it down in like real simple terms.
I honestly feel like a lot of niggas can't handle bad bitches. I don't think that there's anything with a bad bitch. Again, term being used loosely, not derogatory as far as bitch, but I feel like, yes, you can be a good woman and a bad bitch, and a lot of men just ain't ready for that. I think that's the thing too. I think men want traditional things also in untraditional relationships. I mean, situations like all the time. I don't know. I definitely feel like you can be both. But the breakdown of it is just like, do you have to choose between being a bad bitch and a good woman?
Well,
I think at a certain point in life,
preference
yes.
is a big thing. I think a lot of things go into that, but that's a rabbit hole. We don't have to get into that.
I think at a certain point in life, people choose to be whether they're going to be a bad bitch or a good woman, and that's just the titles, not their. Well, partly is their behavior, but not necessarily their behavior as a whole, but their behavior when they decide to get in a relationship or something. You know, it's like they're a different type of person. Like, say, I'll use Beyonce for example. At one point, you kind of felt like, yo, she's trying to be a bad bitch, but now she's just now it just seems like she's just trying to be a good woman. It's like she doesn't have to, she doesn't give us that. I'm trying to.
Is both bad bitch and good woman. Definitely both. Definitely gives both. Yes, I definitely think so. But again, I feel like we're just going to continue to disagree. I think personally you can be both. I do. And
I think you can be both, just not at the same exact time.
No.
Now, I think to different people are looked at as different things. Like, we'll take it back to since Cam was talking about his parents, you brought up your parents. Like, I'm sure to your dad, your mom is a good woman, right? But now if your mom goes out, men looking at her might say she's a bad bitch.
So why couldn't she be both simultaneously?
Go ahead, Beez.
Why could she not be both?
It's like Miss what's that? Miss Draker. Is that in the chat? She said, you know, a lot of these women are labeled themselves as bad bitches are talking about their body features.
But we're not talking about body features. So why couldn't she be both? Is what I'm asking. We didn't say anything. He didn't say anything about her body. He said my dad would consider her a good woman when she goes out. Men would consider her a bad bitch. Why could she not be both?
Because she's gonna probably act different.
Why would she act different? You just said she's going out. Men would consider her a bad bitch. I'm assuming based on what?
Because her appearance probably
says she's gonna act different just because she went out.
Because she's married. I'm confused. Because she's married, and I would probably say she fits the good woman role more than the bad bitch. I never met her.
My mother is definitely. I just heard about her some. My mother is definitely both. So my thing is, how can you not be both? Why can't women be both a bad bitch and a good woman? Take care of your business as well as look good and carry yourself well and be confident and sexy. Why would you not be able to be both? I think that's the perspective of a man. I think it has to do with a man's security level. I think it has to do with a man's preference. But this topic, period. Again, I think that the definition of a bad bitch and a good woman to a woman, as far as how she feels when she considers herself, you know, a bad bitch or a good woman, is way different from what a man would label a bad bitch or a good woman. And their perspective and who they're comparing to, etc. I definitely think you can be both.
Well, I feel what you're saying, but when you really boil it down, like good woman would never label herself a bitch. I mean, when you really.
But now we're taking it there when we
you get to all
said
that.
bitch isn't, we're not using it in a derogatory term. This is just a
Yo,
term
and
where
I
women
and I
feel
get that.
empowered. So it doesn't even have
And
to
no,
be
and I
about
get
a
that.
good woman wouldn't label herself a bitch. There is several good women out there that definitely look in the mirror, I'm that bitch. Period. It doesn't have to be about, you get what I'm saying? But I just feel like, I don't know. I feel like women can be both. And I think it's a perspective thing as far as what men want for themselves or what they want to call it and what they, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't feel like y'all gave an adequate like argument as to why you cannot be both. I don't.
Okay, let me see if I can give an adequate.
I heard you. I heard you when you said I heard you when you said you're comparing tradition and being at home and X, Y, and Z. You can't be both. I'm assuming you're making it like a young versus when I get more mature type situation. Like when I'm young, I want to be a bad bitch. I want to be sexy. I want to be X, Y, and Z. But when I get more mature, you make it seem almost as that you would have to pick one. Like, okay, do I want to be a good woman? Which means what? Nurturing, taking care of the household, being in the house, taking care of the kids, X, Y, and Z? Or do I want to be a bad bitch? I feel like you're comparing it to so many different things as far as like body type, going out, being young, when really it's just like you can definitely be both a bad bitch, empowered, taking care of your business, feeling sexy, being confident, and also take care of the household. And also be a good woman to your family, man,
and
whatever. Like, I don't understand why you couldn't be both.
Woman? I mean, because we've asked, what's a bad bitch, and like we've got the. What do we consider a good woman?
I said I think a good woman has more to do with morals. I think being a good woman has a lot to do with morals.
But a bad bitch can have morals too.
Yes, so which is why I'm trying to understand, like, why would a woman not be able, like, why? I don't know. I don't really know how to keep explaining it.
I get your argument, Tati. I get your argument.
No, I don't really know how to keep explaining it in layman's terms. But my final take on it is just really that I think that it's about perspective.
I think it's more a state of mind.
I think it's more about perspective. And then I think that man versus woman definition of each term is two completely different things. So I don't disagree with y'all, but I definitely think that from a man's point of view is different than what a woman's point of view would be.
I agree. I agree with you on that. And I would say it's all about state of mind for both man and a woman. And I say that because I think a lot of women want to get married. And I think a lot of women say, hey, when they're not ready to get married, they like, you know what? I'm a bad bitch. But you know what? I'm going to be a good woman because I want to be married, And I think that's a mind. I think that's a shift of perspective, a shift of state. I don't think they're both synonymous to each other. I don't think a woman that's saying, hey, and I'm saying I'm going from this perspective because from this Cam interview, he was talking about his parents and his family, and he's talking about the woman that that he sees as a bad bitch and a good woman, and the distinctions. And I think those distinctions are that yes, you can be both a bad bitch and a good woman, but I don't think they're going to be at the same time because I don't think a bad bitch carries herself the same way as a good woman.
But see. Now you just made that about, okay, if I'm a bad bitch, I'm going to carry myself. It's about a state of mind. I'm going to carry myself in a certain way.
Yes.
And when I'm ready to be a good woman, that means that now I'm ready to carry myself in a way that I want to be married. Yes. So now it comes down to wanting to, like, it just don't make sense to me. And for me, my perspective just comes from my perspectives come from the fact that, yes, I was raised by a very good looking woman. A very good-looking woman, a very confident woman, a very successful woman, a very intelligent woman. that is also married, that definitely carries herself like a good woman and a bad bitch at the same time. Like when you step in a room and you know that a bitch ain't fucking with you because you're that bitch. You're confident, you're sexy. You get what I'm saying? So I was raised by that. So for me, I definitely feel like you can be a good woman and be on your shit and be intelligent and and you get what I'm saying? And also be. So for me, it's not about a marriage thing. Cause now,
okay, so let me ask this question. Let me ask this question real quick.
Okay, do you feel like
let me ask you this question real quick.
Out, but then that boils down to.
So let me ask you this question real quick.
Okay.
So then why label oneself a bad bitch instead of a good woman?
Why can't, and I just explained, this goes, and I'm gonna give you your answer, but see, this goes back into exactly what I was just saying earlier when I said that definitions of these things between a woman and a man is two different fucking things. Because if you ask me exactly how I feel when I feel like I'm that bitch, that's different than what a man would look at when he considers a woman to be a bad bitch. When you ask me how I feel as a woman, when I feel like a good woman, that's a completely different thing than what a man expects a good woman or fantasizes his type of good woman to be. Which is why I said, I respect what y'all are saying. I think that a man versus a woman's point of view is two different things.
Okay, so in the context of this argument, the question we asked, can you be a bad bitch and a good woman? Why would you choose to be a bad bitch rather than consider yourself a good woman?
That wasn't even the question. The question was, can you be both?
I'm asking you the question right now.
I said my stance already. I feel like you can be both. I don't see why you would have to choose one or the other.
That answer kind of says, hey, they are two different things.
No.
Yes.
That answer says
no.
You can be both simultaneously. That's what my answer is. My answer means I said. Again, when I said I don't know how to say it in layman's terms anymore, but why do I have to choose between being a good woman and a bad bitch? Like
because they're considered two different things.
Like they can't be one. So no, that's not my stance. My stance is that
society considers them two different things.
No.
Yes, it does. Society considers them two different things.
Considers them two different things.
Society considers them two different things. And that's why there's a perspective on it.
I don't think that we're going to see eye to eye on it.
We don't have to, but we can agree on facts.
I feel like you can
we don't have to see eye to eye, but we can agree on facts. And society sees these things as two different, sees these terms as two different things.
And that's fine. I agree.
So that's why my question was at the end. So in the context of this question, can you be a bad bitch and a good woman? If society sees both of these as two different things. And I don't agree with
society. I just said that. I said what I said. My answer is not going to change.
Then there was no point of you arguing if you're not going to care what society thinks.
No. I'm not arguing with you. I feel like I've explained
just argued about this.
No, I did not.
Yes, we did.
I feel like you twisted what I said a few times and I clarified. Here we go.
No.
I feel like I clarified. But again, my answer is not going to change. I feel like you can be both. I don't think we're going to agree on it. I think that perspectives are different versus man versus woman. And that's just where I stand with that.
I think they're two very separate things.
Okay.
I think a bad bitch and a good woman are two very separate things. Now, being a bad bitch doesn't make you a morally wrong person in any matter, but I do think the two carry themselves very differently.
Okay.
That's my perspective. You know, I think a bad bitch wants a traditional man, but doesn't necessarily need to be a traditional woman. And I think
we're talking a lot about women. We're not talking about men. And I just, again, like,
what do you mean we're not? We're talking about bad bitch and good woman. Why would we be talking about men?
Did you turn off the buzzer for this? Because we've been talking about this for 15 minutes.
It ran out.
It ran out, but we didn't hear anything.
No,
but
it was a good
I just think that we're going to continue to disagree about it so we can move on to the next topic. I feel like we've all given our stances, so like to keep going back and forth is crazy.
Any final words, Beez?
Been over it.
Man.
Nah. Let's see what the chat said over here. Let's see. Ashanti said it's a confidence booster. Beez said read Miss Draker's comment. Let's see. Keyword perspective, Khary. That's what Wayne said over here. All right, so let's move this on. Let's see what we got here. Police. I'm not sure if anybody have seen this, but there's been some videos going around lately of the police doing some wild things to try to prevent people from posting their videos online. And what they've been doing is playing copyrighted music during their investigations or interactions or whatever's going on while they're filming. There was a video of police playing some Disney music out of their sirens. So when people post these videos on their YouTubes or whatever, they get copy strikes for playing copywritten music. And they're doing this in hopes of preventing people from posting their, which seems to be a lot of times, bad interactions with the public. So what's your thoughts on this? You think police should be doing this, or you think they on some bullshit?
I think they on some bullshit. But it's actually an incredible idea. You know the sad shit is?
Mm-hmm.
And this the sad shit. I bet you some black cop came up with this shit. I guarantee you some motherfucking black cop came up with this shit. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Or whoever came up with it was a minority. It wasn't no what you call a cop. It was, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It wasn't no European cop. It was a black cop that came up with this shit.
This is wild.
I'm telling you. Yo, listen. Who thinks of that? Like, yo, shit.
I tell you what,
flagging my shit. Now, boom.
I tell you what, you know who comes up with some great workarounds or shit?
No.
Criminals. And they figured out a workaround so you can't post their criminal activities. Dub Nation over here says, yo, just mute your video. You know, which I think in this case, what they're trying to do is play the audio of the police interaction and shit to show them lying and stuff like that, but that audio the music kind of prevents it. And there's been multiple instances of this. And I find it wild that they're creating tactics to not be filmed by the public when they're public servants. You know, they should have no problem dealing with the public. They should have no problem being filmed if they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. If they're not being assholes, if they're not abusing their power, if they're not doing what they shouldn't be doing, they shouldn't be worried about it. Oh, wait, that's the same thing they say to us when they tell us we shouldn't be doing something. Well, if you're not doing anything wrong, you shouldn't be bothered by it. That's what they tell us, right? Why can't they take their own advice?
Man.
You know, why can't they take their own advice? No, instead, they want to try to find tactics to prevent people from filming them and posting it online, which is some bullshit.
This is true.
Yeah.
Y'all motherfuckers should be doing your investigation, but instead you're trying to find ways to not get in trouble for your bullshit. Just stop doing bullshit.
Word.
You know, just stop doing bullshit. That's it. You know? Shit. Any thoughts? Any thoughts on this? Any other thoughts? Do we want to stay on this topic?
I don't have any thoughts. I think it was bullshit as well.
I mean, any thoughts? I mean, like, cause it's just bullshit. Like straight bullshit. Like, you know what it is though? It's like they're gonna try to prevent you from posting. That's what it's. That's the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's to prevent you from posting. Because the sad thing is, it's one thing if one person got it. It's another thing when 1 million have seen it. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then it filters down. You know what I'm saying? Like a wave, like a tidal wave that crashes in. Once everybody's seen it, and then if there's audio, it's like fuck.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
depending on where you are in America right about now, as an officer, you may get away with it. You might be ready to lose your job. You know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, it all depends. I mean, I just wish that justice would just be equal. Like, I wish that some cops would just remember that, yo, when you're approaching people, you're approaching human beings as yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
How would you treat yourself? That's my thing with it. You shouldn't have no music going. You know, how do you treat yourself? How would you get what I'm saying? Like, you treat people how you want to be treated. So at the end of the day, I feel like some cops, you want me to be hostile because you're hostile.
Mm-hmm.
You want to be treated hostile. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's some unnecessary shit. And then you're going to try to be sneaky about it and play some fucking music. Some bullshit.
Yeah.
Some straight bullshit, yo.
I feel you.
Yeah, that's wild.
Let's see,
This is
Sean says, these pigs never cease to amaze me. And no, he said we can't just add the video with the caption, I don't own the rights to this music. That shit does not work. That shit does not work. That they don't read your shit and say, oh, he doesn't own the rights to this music, just let him go. Nah, you still playing the shit. You can still make money off of it. So we don't care you don't own the rights to it. We're gonna copyright strike you, you know? So if you know you don't own the rights to it, why you posted it? You know? So they should probably put that shit in their terms one day. If you know you don't own the rights to it, you shouldn't be posting it. I bet you that's somewhere online too.
Yeah.
But guys, I am about to head out.
All right.
I have to. Actually, it's my cousin's birthday. Ashanti in the chat. It's my cousin's birthday.
Happy birthday, Ashanti.
Happy birthday to your cousin.
We will be bringing in her birthday tonight.
Well, happy birthday, Ashanti. Y'all have a good time.
Happy birthday. Yes, I'm about to slide y'all.
Yeah.
So y'all have a good night.
Enjoy.
Good night, guys.
Good night. Good night.
Good night. And don't choke on no smoke.
Never.
All right, so let's jump into this last topic of the evening. Is snitching.
What happened to T.I. and his?
Did we pass that? Did I jump past that? Let me see.
Yeah, you jump in. T.I. was next.
Oh shit.
I mean, not that it really matters. I mean, yo, his vocabulary and comedy probably don't work together.
We did kind of go
to,
past that one, huh? I'm not sure how that happened, but
he probably just got to do some comedy for like the Big Bang Theory, like, you know, like them people.
I'm glad you caught that one. So let's take it back to T.I. booed. Yes, he was too. T.I. actually had his first paid gig the other night, and he was booed. They booed him. I didn't actually see video of him being booed, but he did confirm that he was booed. And he confirmed this because he then went on to do a show the following evening and kind of addressed the matter as well.
Again?
Kind of addressed the matter. No, he didn't get booed, but he addressed the matter, and he said, yo, those boos were premeditated. he kind of felt like they was premeditated. He felt like he didn't really get into a set before they started booing him and shit. He said he felt like they planned on booing him, maybe because of the shit that happened with that girl. I think the week prior, he got into it with a girl, and she said something about him and Casey had a while back. But yeah, he said they booed him, but he came out.
Shit.
Yeah. He came out, did another set the following night, said he did pretty good. They said he did pretty good. But he can say he's a comedian now, because I think every comedian out there has been booed at least once. From Dave Chappelle to Seinfeld to Eddie Murphy, the greatest comedians you know have been booed, especially when they first started out trying to figure out some shit. So nobody's safe from the boos. But that didn't discourage him, and it looks like he's keeping forward with this whole comedy shit. So I ain't mad at him. I'm gonna wait till he perfects his shit a little more before I say, let me go buy a ticket to see T.I. do some comedy and shit. But I'll have to go with a dictionary because I probably won't understand half the shit the nigga say. But what else we got?
Comedy expeditiously.
Expeditious comedy, right? I think he stopped his podcast too. I think he stopped his podcast.
For the comedy?
Yeah, I think so. I think he felt like the podcast wasn't doing enough for him, so he's doing funny. Wayne Mills said, "Yo, T.I. is funny, but not that funny for a sold out arena at the Barclays." I would agree with you. He got some time for that.
But
I'm not sure if he'll get
but
there.
it's so many other people that's with him, and that's the only reason the Barclays is truly sold out. He's just lucky to get on that card. That's how I feel.
Yeah, nothing ain't shit gonna be sold out for him now, except maybe like a little improv type of shit. My opinion, that's just me. But let's wrap it up with now we'll jump back to it. Is snitching ever acceptable? I saw this interview today where Academics was interviewing this rap. I forget his name, but he was talking about when he was arrested when he was about 14 years old, and he ended up snitching. He kind of said it was a situation that wasn't planned for. Shit just jumped off. Some shit happened. Police interviewed him without his parents, kind of tricked him into a confession type of shit, and that's kind of how he snitched. And I was like, can being an ignorant, scared 14-year-old be an excuse to snitch? You know, that made me wonder, is there ever a time where snitching is ever acceptable? Like me being a grown man, like if I went home to visit and hung out with one of my homeboys and they did some dumb shit while I was with them, and now I'm locked up with them niggas, and I'm like, you know what, that nigga did that shit, I ain't playing on this. Is that acceptable snitching, or is that like, nah, nigga, you shouldn't snitch? You know? It's like, yo, is there acceptable snitching? I don't know. Shit is crazy.
Yeah.
What you think? If your neighbor's a pedophile, is it and you like, you know what, this nigga's a pedophile? Is that acceptable?
Yeah, hell
snitching?
yeah. Hell yeah.
If your neighbor's the dude that did that shit on the train this morning, and you call the feds on him, is that acceptable snitching?
You tell on him.
Is that acceptable snitching?
You tell on him. And you know why you tell on him? Because you're a menace to society. It's two different what you call it. You understand what I'm saying? You taking multiple lives. You reckon, you know what I'm saying? Rapists, the niggas that touch kids and shit like that, doing all that shit. Yeah, tell on them motherfuckers, yo. Tell on all them motherfuckers, yo. Fuck that.
So it's acceptable to tell on a menace to society. Now, what about the nigga in the hood that just caught mad bodies? He's technically a menace to society.
You know what it is, though? Like
he's technically a menace to society.
You ask that, but what is he? What kind of body snatcher is he? You understand what I'm saying? Is he snatching bodies because he's a businessman? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Is he snatching bodies just to be snatching bodies? See, y'all don't want to, like, you know, you just snatching bodies and be snatching bodies. So that means a nigga could trip and a driplet could splash on your shirt and you kill a nigga or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
if you beat the nigga in basketball, he might kill you. If you beat him in Street Fighter, he might kill you. You know, if you accidentally step on his new fucking Air Force Ones that are crispy white, he might kill you. You know?
Oh man,
that's a menace to society. Crazy. You know? Is it okay? Or is it like, that's just the crazy nigga from the hood that kills niggas just because? You see?
Yeah,
is there ever a time where snitching is ever acceptable?
Sometimes it might be the situation, but you know what I'm saying? A lot of niggas, depending on how stand up a nigga is, sometimes niggas just take their charges and deal with what they got to deal with. And like, I mean, for some dudes.
Mm-hmm.
For some dudes, especially if you already knew what it is, like you in the streets and you just like the thing that's so crazy is like when another nigga get wrapped up in your shit and it ain't got nothing to do with you. Like it all depends on how stand up the nigga that got you wrapped up is and the shit is, because it's like if you ain't involved, my nigga. That's not your shit. You feel what I'm saying? I gotta take that shit. There should be no reason for you to snitch.
Right.
You
Right.
feel
I
me?
feel you on
Like,
that.
there should be no reason for you to snitch. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But then it's times like, yo, I feel like this on some real shit. If a nigga throw you to the wolves, my nigga, and you ain't have nothing to do with nothing, and you knew like nothing of nothing, tell on that nigga, man.
So now, what if you at the bus stop, your homeboy offers you a ride, and while y'all driving, he see a nigga he got beef with, bust on him, kill him. Now you locked up for accessory.
No, because this is what I'm saying.
So
if he's a stand-up, but it all depends on if he's the stand-up nigga though.
Right.
He's supposed to be like, yo, listen, I picked him up. He had no idea of what was going on. I seen dude, I shot him, blah, blah, blah.
Okay. And if he doesn't?
If he doesn't, we got problems.
Now, are you handling your problems throughout your bid or in court?
Probably do my bid, but
do your bid.
Yeah.
So you really sticking to the no snitching shit.
Yeah, fam.
Yeah, I'm gonna have.
It's like because you know what it is. It's like this. Certain shit that happened, bro. Like you had a chance to say no.
What's that?
Choices, my nigga. Like a lot of shit that happened, you had a chance to say no. You got a chance to not beat it.
You had a choice between waiting in the cold and your homeboy offering you a ride, and you not knowing your homeboy's wild like that.
Yeah. And sometimes, yo, fam, because it's like this. You can't take rides from everybody. You feel what I'm saying? Like, for instance, okay, I pick you up. And I'm on that type of time. First thing I'm gonna let you know, yo, my nigga, I got the thing in the car. You know what I'm saying? Or
yeah, not everybody's a real nigga like that though. A lot of real, you know, 21 Savage said some shit. I found. I was like, you know what? That's an enlightening statement. He said, yo, a lot of these real niggas is just dumb. A lot of these crazy niggas are just stupid. You know, they doing stupid shit, so they think they crazy. And there's a lot of niggas out there that, you know. But I get what you're saying, because me personally, I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I know who my stupid niggas are and my not stupid niggas are. But when I was younger, I hung out with my niggas that I was like, you know what? I know they might dumb out, but I still hung out. You know? But back then, I probably would have been like, you know, and no snitching for nothing, nigga. Y'all niggas should have told me I was gonna do that shit. Or y'all niggas needed to be like, yo, that nigga wasn't, you know, but niggas is like, no, that would have been some shit where like, nope, there's a body, we all taking our chance, we're trying to beat it. You know? That's probably how
it gets to the what you call it. You got some, yo, listen, when it gets to y'all niggas know that like somebody gotta speak up, my nigga, like.
Not everybody is honorable like that.
No, I get it, because there's niggas, but you know what's so crazy too? If you deal with a nigga to tell you he gonna snitch before everything even happened.
Now, God forbid, people's kids get involved. What do you think they're gonna tell their kids? If I think most parents are gonna tell their kids to tell. But that's your reputation, not mine. You better tell them, niggas. I'm gonna tell my kid to tell. God forbid. I hope that nothing ever happens where they have to. But I'm gonna be like, yo, that's your reputation, not mine. You better tell them, little nigga. Fuck them streets. Would I take my own advice? It depends on the situation. I'm gonna tell my son 100% of the time, or my daughter 100% of the time. Tell. Unless,
see, but you gotta also know like this too.
Unless,
hold up.
Wait. Unless you was in on it. You know, if you was in on it, That's up to you. But if you was just there, nigga, tell.
Listen, see, and that's the whole thing too. A lot of times you gotta know the type of people your kids deal with and know the type of shit your kids is into.
But I'm just saying,
Now,
as
I'ma
they
tell
get
you like
older,
this.
I'm just saying as they get older, 25, 30 years old, God forbid anything, I'm just going to, nigga, tell. Get your ass out of jail.
But it's like, all right. But then, you know, like your kid is in the streets and shit.
But
like
also,
that.
my kids don't live in the hood.
The life
so.
you chose. But yeah, but you know what I'm saying? It's just like this. Like, like my son, at this point in time, for my son, I would tell that nigga to tell. Because he don't live that type of life.
Right.
He ain't into that type of shit.
Right.
You
Exactly.
get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But
and that's exactly why I would tell mine to tell. Because you ain't about that life. Tell.
You ain't about that shit. Now, listen. If I got a son, he running around like he wild cowboy and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? That's on you, little man.
Right.
Because this is what you chose.
Right.
I'm sure I done warned you about this.
Right. If you wild cowboy, that's something totally different. But if you good boy that just getting into some stupid shit with some dumb niggas, I'm gonna tell your ass to tell. Yeah.
Because I think your dumb ass learned your lesson just going through the bullshit.
Yeah, definitely. But I think if you was about that shit, if you in the streets, if you doing dumb shit and you get caught up and you snitch, I think you a bitch ass nigga. You know, I think if you snitch and you actually doing some dumb shit and you get caught up doing dumb shit, you a bitch ass nigga. You know, but I think if you a civilian, you ain't doing no dumb shit, you ain't into no dumb shit, and you see some shit and you decide to say some shit, I ain't necessarily gonna say that's snitching. I'm gonna say that's caring for your community. You know?
Yeah. Like, then this is what I'm saying. Like, something happened to them babies and all that out there.
But use your judgment. Use your judgment. Use your better judgment.
People that ain't involved in certain shit.
Yeah.
And certain shit happen. Like
now,
my nigga, you.
Now, I'll say this. You know, care for your community. You know, if you see something, say something. But don't call the police on the niggas listening to music. You know, that makes you the menace.
Yeah.
You know, don't call the police on the kids just chilling or getting ready to go play basketball or just out front talking. You know, unless you know for a fact niggas are selling drugs and doing dumb shit. Don't be a menace to society by having the police harass the children. You know, but
you see the kids in the front of the building dancing or something. Don't just call like they having a riot. No, they just dancing.
Right.
And it said it was in the Bible that Jesus danced and sang.
You know what?
Feel me?
Don't call the police because you're annoyed. You know, if you're gonna snitch, make sure an actual crime took place, not because you was annoyed. And make the crime be above a misdemeanor. Don't let it be, they're drinking beer or they're bouncing the ball too loud and it's late. Don't do that shit. Don't do that shit.
Stop calling the cops for these citation tickets.
Get you some earmuffs. Get you some earmuffs if it's bothering you that much. You know, you hear them cars driving by Beez window during the show. Them shits be loud as fuck. Sound like Beez is on the sidewalk. That nigga's about 10 stories up.
I'm annoyed, but I still got to do it. I can't call the cops about that.
You know? But I bet you there's somebody. These cars drive past here all times of night, but they're loud engines. Like, sir, you just live in a canal.
Yo, listen. The lady next door.
She does that?
Let me tell you. Yo, listen. One day I'm in the crib, and you know, listen. Loud music is allowed from 10 to 10. She knocking on my door at like 12 o'clock. Talking about the music is too loud. You know something? My bad.
You just said my bad. Well, at least she knocked on your door and didn't call the police on you. I actually.
No, she did call the police.
Oh, she did?
Listen, she did call the police. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She called Mom. And she called, you have the music up too loud.
What you mean? I've been living where I'm at about 7 years. I never had a complaint until this dude moved in next door to me. Right? He started banging on his wall. I do have a sub in my apartment, so, and I got I think it's like a 10-inch subwoofer. That shit knock. And that should be playing movies and shit. So you be hearing all the explosions. That should be having my crib shaking. You know?
Oh, like that's me. That's me.
You know, that should be having my crib shaking. My neighbor started banging on the wall. Like, yo, nigga actually came and knocked on my door one day. He was like, yo, that bass is crazy, yo. I can't sleep. Yo, I gotta wake up like 5 o'clock in the morning, blah, blah, blah. I was like, oh, word, all right. Yeah, I was like, you know what? Here's my number. Just text me next time. So now, if the shit is up too loud, and I know it's late, and late for me, I say it's about 10:30, 11 o'clock. You know, I'm gonna say, okay, this is the time I'm gonna let people chill. I can have my shit up loud, yo. But you know, there has been some times where the nigga actually called me like 2 o'clock in the morning, talking about, yo, the music is too loud. I'm like, yeah, the music was kind of loud in there, you know, but I guess the walls is thinner than I thought. Guess my neighbors do know my name, huh? Shit, I don't know. Okay.
Stupid.
Oh, man.
You have to go old school, put some egg cartons up.
Fuck around, right? Oh, man. But shit, I think that's everything we got for the night. Snitching is yeah. I think we came to the conclusion of if snitching is ever acceptable. If you're a fucking civilian, you know, snitch accordingly if you're trying to protect your community. Don't just be an asshole about it because niggas is loud. If you're a criminal and you get caught doing some shit, keep your mouth fucking shut. If you're a good kid that gets caught up with the wrong crowd and some shit pops off and now you're in the fucking with the cops, your parents are gonna tell you to snitch. And me being a parent, I'm gonna agree with them. Me being an adult, that would be on a case-by-case basis. You know? Case-by-case basis. Yeah. That's what I'm gonna say. You know?
But if you one of these little badass hotheads,
yeah,
and all up out there doing dumb shit, your mama done had to come to juvie and get you like 2-3 times.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, listen. Maybe you need to learn your lesson. Keep your mouth shut. You shouldn't be out there. No
right.
snitch.
Right.
Deal with it. Deal with it.
But on that note, I think that is everything for the evening. Let's see. That should be everything. Yeah, we will be back on Friday night with another dope show. I actually already have a question lined up for Friday night. One of my homeboys asked this question, so think about this.
Bring back the street morals.
Think about this. Think about this for Friday. If you ever date someone that does porn, we'll talk about that. That might be one of our questions for Friday.
Shit, if I could marry Cherokee, I would.
Oh shit!
I know.
You know what? Remember that. We'll remember that. Yeah. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that. All right. So that's one of the things we'll talk about Friday. May the rest of your week be great. Do your best to stay sucker free and keep a smile on your face, baby. Peace out.
Thanks for watching the dopest live stream. That's something like a podcast, something like a newscast, and sometimes like a showcase. Khary's crib. 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 Thanks for watching the dopest live stream that's something like a podcast, something like a newscast, and sometimes like a showcase. Khary's crib.